What is up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Now today I'm doing an FTP test. Probably you've seen from the thumbnail, but yeah, something that I've wanted to do for a while, especially to find out, for one, how much power I can hold. Like, firstly, an FTP test is a test that you kind of do on the trainer or outside for around 20 minutes, and you pretty much see how much power you can hold for that full 20 minutes. And that's pretty much should give you the max power that you can pretty much hold for an extended period of time without fatiguing and pretty much dropping dead. So that will be interesting to find out what mine is today. I have done a few longer rides lately with 20 plus minute efforts, but we're going to do it on the trainer today. I've got it set up behind me here. So I've just done a 20-minute warm up, just kind of ticking the legs over, nothing crazy. And also for fueling this morning, I've got a bottle here with some G1M Sport, the new orange G1M Sport from BPN. I had some oats with honey about an hour and a half ago, so I'm pretty well fueled. It's mid-morning now, nearly 8 a.m. So yeah, fueled up this morning, jumped on the trainer, I've done my warm-up, and then now we're pretty much going to jump into 20 minutes. As hard as I can go. It's going to be tough, and I've heard these tests are extremely hard because you're pretty much at max effort the whole time, but it should be fun, interesting to see how we go. If any of you guys are wondering, with the New Zealand trip that I just went on, I didn't actually film too much. I filmed a few bits and pieces, but what we might do is, after I do the test and kind of go over this stuff, I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of the Auckland trip, and yeah, pretty much a breakdown of the race. It was one of the hardest races I've ever done in my life. We ran 1:22:50 something for the half marathon, so I was happy with that considering I've been mostly riding. But I'm going to stop babbling on. Legs are warmed up, we're ready to do this test. 20 minutes max effort. Let's see how we go. Right, that is the FTP test done. So 20 minutes all out, I managed to hold 272 watts average. So to work out your FTP, apparently it's 95% of that. So times it by 0.95 gave me 259 or something. I'll leave it over here on the screen, but a lot to work on. I do feel like I'm definitely getting better with my riding, but yeah, still plenty to work on, especially if I want to push some pretty good power doing triathlons and stuff when I get into it. But yeah, I'm going to shower up. I'm stinky as hell, sweaty as. It's extremely hot outside. Luckily, I've got the aircon on inside and the fan there to cool me down. But yeah, that was a bit of fun. I think another thing that I need to work on is probably doing more of the actual sessions inside on the trainer. So less kind of just easy rides or kind of moderate rides, and then doing maybe like easy rides, making really easy, and then doing more kind of threshold, higher output kind of reps on the trainer, or yeah, just going out into the mountains and doing more of that. But heaps of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have some breakfast and then we'll go over the New Zealand Auckland Marathon, half marathon race recap. All right, guys, like I mentioned, I didn't get much filmed on the New Zealand trip. I will leave a few clips throughout this kind of bit while I'm just talking, but we landed on Wednesday. We had a LSKD shakeout run on the Thursday, which was cool. We had a few other bits and pieces throughout the next few days after that, but the main thing was obviously the Auckland Marathon on the Sunday. Now, there was the marathon. I ran the half marathon on the day. Had a heap of fun, although I will say it was extremely hard. It's probably the toughest conditions and course combination that I've ever had to run in. Plenty of hills throughout pretty much the whole course until maybe the last 4 kilometers were pretty flat. But other than that, rolling hills the whole way, and then also a huge bridge, which it just so happens that on the day it was the windiest, probably the windiest conditions I've ever ran in, and it was a full-on headwind majority of the race. So I was actually pretty happy with how I went overall with the race. So we ran a 1:22:56. That was on my Strava. I think it was a couple seconds different, the official time, but yeah, 200 meters of elevation. That's when you're running, that's a fair bit for like a half marathon, I'm pretty sure anyway. But average pace was 3:54 per kilometer, and yeah, not much else to kind of go through. Yeah, I started the race without really knowing what I was going to go for, but I had it in my head that I would maybe try to shoot for something around 120. Like I said, the first half of the race, up and down mild kind of hills, but we were pretty protected by the wind. As soon as we got to the bridge was absolute hell, and I think I dropped back to about 4:30 pace. But just before the bridge as well, for the 1 to 2 kilometers before that, was also a crazy headwind kind of leading up to it. So yeah, combination of all those things, the best I could do was an hour and 22 minutes, which, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty happy with, because I've probably only been running maybe twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week, with minimal kind of speed work and long runs. So it also kind of shows that the cycling also maintains a fair bit of fitness. I still think if I was purely just running a heap, I'd probably be a little bit fitter. But yeah, overall pretty happy with it. Not much else to go over from the New Zealand trip. It was an absolute, yeah, awesome time. And I appreciate LSKD for, yeah, putting it all together for me. But that's pretty much it for this video. Apologise that, yeah, last month or two hasn't really been a crazy amount of videos, but I'm hoping now that I'm kind of back home that, yeah, weekly uploads. So if there's anything else that you guys want to see, more day in the life stuff, full day of eating, yeah, I'll get back onto that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one.